I don't think people are gonna like this. It might be too honest. Hey friends, I know the lighting's terrible. I have dishes in the sink. It's a mess, but I was making dinner for my family and I was thinking about something and I thought, I just want to have a conversation with my Christian vegan friends out there. If you'd want to make dinner with me, grab some stuff. You don't have to watch. I'm not doing anything fancy. So if you have some chores to do or some cooking, please feel free to join me. I'm going to make lentil soup for my family and I'm going to make a salad for myself for dinner. And I just wonder if we can have a little conversation about veganism. Now, I've been wondering about something. Veganism is such a wonderful lifestyle, but I'm curious, why can't it just stay in its place? Like, okay, let me give you some context. Jesus says in Matthew, don't worry about what you're going to eat or what you're going to drink or what you're going to wear, because your Heavenly Father knows that you need all those things. So I was thinking about a lot of people I know that are vegans, and it's just not enough to eat healthy and feel amazing. You have to add more. You have to add so much to the spiritual aspect. You have to start, I don't want to be offensive, but you have to start, seeking deeper spiritual things. Which, if you know me, I'm a Christian. I love spiritual things. I love it way more than talking about food. But why do we have to always add weird stuff? If you read Genesis chapter 3, Satan comes to Eve. Eve and Adam are living the life. They get to pick their breakfast, lunch, and dinner off the trees ripe and just enjoy it. No dishes, no mess. Everybody lives in harmony. And Satan came over and he said, you can have more. Of course, I'm paraphrasing. You can have more than this. And I feel like that's what a lot of Christians, a lot of vegans, they want more. They always want a little bit more. And I think it's because they don't know the Lord and they don't know how wonderful it can be to just have a relationship with the creator of the universe. And I understand, until you know that, you need to seek, because nothing will be satisfying. But for Christians out there, it's enough. We don't want to be like Eve, eating the forbidden fruit, always looking for something more, when God has given us everything to enjoy and to live simply. Like, let's just live. Like, eating is important, but it's really a very small percentage of our day, maybe like 10, 20%. If you have to cook, then it's a little bit more. But just eat the food that you need and move on, right? But it's got to be so spiritual. I love vegans. Their heart is so kind and they're so compassionate and they're such seekers. And for the most part, they're not really angry and upset the world, although there are some of those that hate all non-vegans and everybody else. But for the most part, I feel like they're so kind, and I love that. But they're always looking to open the third eye of their understanding and to, have spiritual guides and the mysteries of the universe and go astral project into other realms and, deeper hidden secret knowledge. Can't it just be enough that we can be healthy and love one another and enjoy our world, enjoy the life that God's given us? And I don't know, it's just on my mind a lot lately, and it makes me sad, because just like Eve, if you keep on searching for more hidden knowledge, right? Spiritual things that are not our realm to mess around with, you'll run into deception. And so many people that I care about, they're messing around with demonic things, and it really hurts my heart for them. And I just wonder, why can't we just be humans and let God be God? I don't know. That's my question today. I also don't know why Christians are so against eating plant foods. I think I should title this Random Musings, because on one side you have the vegans that are so into spiritual awakening that they're setting themselves up for just one thing after another, after another, after another that doesn't satisfy, and it just confuses things. And then I think it just really robs the joy and the simplicity and the beauty of this life we get to live. Also, it makes us very egocentric and self-focused and self-centered. So we're not really being much good to anybody else. I don't mean that. There's people out there that are doing a lot of good for a lot of people. But they're so focused on themselves and improving themselves that I feel like they can only go so far. And I just wonder if we just set ourselves aside and ate what we need to fuel our bodies, and then went out there and made a difference in the world and didn't worry so much about us being perfect. We Christians can have that luxury because Jesus makes us perfect, right? And we don't have to try so hard. And I'm so thankful for that, because I spent so many years of my life trying to make myself perfect. And it does not work. So anyways, and then there's the other side where Christians don't want to have anything to do with health. And I don't get it. Well, they don't want to have to do with real health. They want to do with have to do with losing weight, doing the carnivore diet and the keto diet and every other diet, but somehow embracing eating plants, fruits, and vegetables and not eating meat somehow makes them less spiritual. And I don't understand that. So, what do you guys think? Why is it so... It kind of turns people off veganism too. My husband has said this too. Why are vegans so weird? Why do they have to be so spiritually, out there, always seeking into realms that are probably not really our business? And I don't know. Why is it that false religions and vegetarianism and veganism and all these things, they tend to gravitate towards the spiritually outlying fringiness, which I'm all about fringiness. I live on the fringe too, but with Jesus, I am all in just what the Bible says, and I keep it very simple because I've been on the other side. I've been deceived spiritually, and it's not a road that leads anywhere good. And I wish I could communicate this to all my vegan friends that do not know the Lord. You don't have to keep searching for the next thing that will make yourself a more evolved human. You can just wake up every morning and know that you're loved and that somebody has got your back. And it is not the universe, it is the one that created the universe, bigger than the universe. It says in the Bible, the universe spans the Lord's hand. How could we settle for the universe when we could have God? I don't understand. But we can just do what we can do. And I'm going to keep feeding my body in a way that I know the science supports for health and for energy, because I want to be as useful as possible. And I want to have a clear mind, and I don't want to be enslaved by anything. And I'm going to feed my family the best I can with my abilities and our budget and our location. And I'm going to try to be as loving as possible to vegans and non-vegans, Christians and non-Christians. And the chance that I might, by the grace of God, inspire someone to live the life that the Lord has for them, and not to miss out on the plans that the Lord has. And I don't want to be on my deathbed and think, I wish I would have, because I was too scared to get on camera and not look perfect. And I was too scared to have some mean person tell me I look like I'm 70, or tell me I don't have this or that. I don't care. The only thing that matters is that I am well-pleasing to God, and I'm doing the best that I can. Some days, it's better than others. But what about you? Tell me about yourself. Tell me, are there Christians out there like me that feel like the only one? That everybody looks at and goes, I don't know what to do with you. I don't want to have you over for dinner because I don't know what to feed you. And it's like the movie My Big Fat Greek Wedding, and the man says he's a vegetarian, and everybody freaks out, and the aunt says, it's okay, we make lamb, you know. No one quite understands. I don't know. It's okay. It's not a big deal anymore, because we all get to make our own choices, right? We don't have to be afraid of the choices we want to make. We don't have to be ashamed of it. We don't have to hide it. We can also be an example, but just do it lovingly. And I know it's awkward and it's uncomfortable, and it's frustrating at times. And yes, you are the brunt of many jokes, and but ultimately, at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is what God thinks about you and how we treat one another. I'm going to go wash this. Be right back. My family of faith, we have a race to win. We have a fight to fight. But it's not going to be with anger. It's not going to be with our principles. It's going to be one of faith, and it's the fight of love, and it's the fight of doing what we believe in and what we know is right, and doing it gently with grace for one another, for ourselves, for other people that don't do the same things we do, and letting it be okay. So that's my dog in the background. I'm going to make a salad with carrots and apples and raisins and arugula and romaine. And probably I'm going to throw in some walnuts and some lemon juice and possibly some tahini. And I'm going to love it. It's going to be great. And I'm going to sleep well tonight. And I'm not going to feel bad about what I eat. And I'm not going to be ashamed of how I eat, because I do not need to worry about it. Neither do you. Okay, I think that's enough random musings for today. And I hope you all, I don't know, do you enjoy this like Christian debatey dialogue while we cook? I just love talking about the Lord with people, and my family has heard a lot of it, so I guess you're next. All right, well, thank you for joining me. If you have any thoughts on these issues, why vegans tend to gravitate towards the New Age, towards mysticalness, and always searching for spiritual enlightenment, I would love to know why you think that is. And the other question is, why are Christians so against taking time to care for their bodies? I know that we have the hope of heaven, and I am really excited about that. I'm very much looking forward to that. But in the meantime, I also know we have a job to do. And so, yeah, it's pleasurable to eat, you know, McDonald's French fries and gooey whatever you want to eat. But it's only for a second. And then it keeps you in bondage. I'm not interested in that. I want to live my life, not waste it on pleasures that are just for a moment and then they cause health problems. So that's me, all alone over here. If anyone else like me, I would love to know. All right, well, the dog's getting really loud, so I will see you next time. Thank you. I appreciate you.